Hello everyone, welcome back to Stories with Ting. Today we are going to read this book. The title is called Benny the Bin Chicken. I hope you enjoy! Benny the Bin Chicken, written and illustrated by P.Mandikos. Good morning! Good morning! Good morning! The sun has just risen. It was another glorious morning at New Farm Park. The birds were all waking up and squawking good morning to one another. They all began to go about their day, starting with some tasty breakfast. Rosie the pale-faced Rosella was busy eating grass seeds. Lefty the magpie lark was happy munching on lawn grubs. Wendy the willy wagtail had just picked up a fat little ant. And Benny the ibis was busy finishing someone's sanger. Just then, Mike and his murder of crowds spotted Benny. Ha! 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 There's Benny the Bin Chicken, as he and his murderous bunch landed next to Benny. Benny dropped his sandwich in fright. I'm not a bin chicken, he said nervously. He cleared his throat, then stammered. Can't you see I'm an ibis? Ha ha! Ha ha! Mike crackled. All I see are your soulless eyes and I can smell your stinky feathers. The murder were crowing uncontrollably. Ha 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 ha! Poor Benny was so hurt. All he could think to do was to take off. Benny flew higher and higher. Eventually, he used his big, wide wings to glide in gloomy circles above the park. They can't get me up here, he thought sadly. But then, Benny's wings started to feel tired. Benny spotted a branch high up in the small forest at the park's edge. He carefully landed, but startled Olive the tawny frogmouth owl. Hoo, 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 hoo. Her head spun around, and she opened one wise eye. Oh, I'm sorry to scare you, Olive. I had to get away from Mike and his murder. Olive opened her other wise eye. Olive knew what Mike was like. I wouldn't listen to him. He's quite mean. You are very kind, she hooted softly. Benny's face brightened. He quickly realized she needed her sleep. He thanked her and said goodbye as he glided down to the scrub at the forest floor. Benny happened to land right next to Bevan the bush turkey. Bevan had just left his mound and was busy scratching for worms. Hi, Bevan. I'm sorry to have scared you. I had to get away from Mama Mike and his murder. Bevan knew what Mike was like. He gobbled back. I wouldn't listen to him. At least he can fly. I just act a little crazy when he picks on me. It confuses him. Benny nodded. He noticed Bevan had to finish building his mound. He thanked him and said goodbye as he tiptoed out of the forest. On the grass, Benny nearly bumped into Wendy the willy wagtail. Hi, Wendy. I'm sorry to have scared you. I had to get away from Mike and his murder. Wendy knew what Mike was like. She quickly chirped, "I wouldn't listen to him. You're bigger than him and have family almost everywhere in Australia." Benny thought for a moment and smiled. He also remembered Wendy had a family to feed. So he thanked her and went on his way. As Benny was about to leave, he realized he was still hungry. He could see his sandwich was still where he dropped it, so he flew over. Mike and his mother spotted him. "Ha, ha, ha, ha! There's Benny the bin chicken again." They cackled in chorus as they swooped down on Benny. "I'm not a bin chicken. I'm an Ibis." Benny gently put down his sandwich. He stood tall, looked Mike in the eye, and said, "I'm not a bin chicken. I'm an Ibis." Benny confidently added, "I have family all around Australia. If I were you, I would be careful who I picked on." With that, he paused and leaned in close into Mike's face. Benny spread his long wings and screeched, "Arr, arr, arr!" Mike and his murder were so spooked that they nearly fell over each other as they scrambled away. From that day on, Mike and his murder were nowhere to be seen when Benny was around. And Benny? Well, Benny didn't mind being called a bin chicken. He knows that he is an Ibis and has a big family and lots of friends. The end. Love, Benny. Hello everyone, welcome back to Stories. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you everyone.